everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture on discrete mathematics chapter number 4. The chapter number 4 is depend on the group theory. Okay, so here we have already seen in our previous lecture what is the addition modulo, what is the congruent modulo and what is the multiplication modulo m. So this example is depends on the addition modulo m. Okay, so let's start the first example depends on the modulo m. The example is G is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are given in the total number of elements is 8 according to set G. Okay, and the operation is addition modulo 8 plus 8. That means we read here addition modulo 8. Then G comma plus 8. So here you read carefully. The pattern is what? G comma G, that means 8, and plus 8, that means the operation. Okay. So G plus 8 is an abelian group. So abelian group, that means what? We find out the 5 properties: closure property, associative property, identity, inverse, and the commutative property. Okay, so before solving all these 5 properties, first we map the table. Because of here we are given in the addition modulo 8. Okay, so what is the process? Process is what? A plus suffix 8b. That means what? First you add both the numbers a plus b and divide it by 8, and you write here in the remainder. Okay, we have already seen in our previous lecture. So here 0 plus 0, that means 0. So always keep in mind, if the sum of both two elements is less than 8, then you write here as it is that number. But if greater than 8, then you divide it by the 8. Okay, so 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 2, 2, 0 plus 3, 3, 0 plus 4, 4, 0 plus 5, 5, and 0 plus 6, and 0 plus 7, 7. Okay, next one is 1. So 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 1 plus 3, 4, 1 plus 4, 5, 1 plus 5, 6, 1 plus 6, 7, and 1 plus 7 is equal to what? 8. Okay, so 8 divided by 8. So if 8 divided by 8, so remainder is what? Remainder is 0. So we write here the 0. Got it? Next one is what? 2 plus 0. 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 2 plus 2, 4, 2 plus 3, 5, 2 plus 4, 6, 2 plus 5, 7, 2 plus 6, 8. Okay, so 2 plus 6, 8. So 8 divided by 8, so remainder is 0. So we write here the 0. Okay, 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. So 9 is greater than 8. So 9 divided by 8. So remainder is what? Remainder is 1. So you write here the 1. Got it? Next one is 3. So 3 plus 0. 3. 3 plus 1. 4. 3 plus 2. 5. 3 plus 3. 6. 3 plus 4. 7. 3 plus 5. 8. Okay. So 3 plus 5. 8 divided by 8. Remainder is 0. 3 plus 6. 9 divided by 8. Remainder is 1. Okay. And 3 plus 7. 10 divided by 8. So remainder is what? Remainder is 2. Okay. So I think this process is very easy for math table. Okay. 4 plus 0. 4. 4 plus 1. 5. 4 plus 2. 6. 4 plus 3. 7. 4 plus 4, 8. Divided by 8, remainder 0. 4 plus 5, 9. Divided by 8, remainder is 1. 4 plus 6, 10. Divided by 8, remainder is 2. And 4 plus 7, 11. Divided by 8, remainder is 3. Got it? Next one is the 5. So 5 plus 0, 5. 5 plus 1, 6. 5 plus 2, 7. Okay, but 5 plus 3, 8. Divided by 8, 0. 5 plus 4, 9. Divided by 8, 1. 5 plus 6, 5 plus 5, 10, divided by 8, remainder is 2. 5 plus 6, 11, divided by 8, remainder is 3. And 5 plus 7, 12, divided by 8, remainder is. Okay, next one is 6. So according to 6, 6 plus 0, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. So it's okay. But 6 plus 2, 8. Divided by 8, remainder is 0. 6 plus 3, 9. Divided by 8, remainder is 1. 6 plus 4, 10. Divided by 8, remainder is 2. 6 plus 5, 11. Divided by 8, remainder is 3. 6 plus 6, 12, divided by 8, remainder is 4. And 6 plus 7, 13, divided by 8, remainder is 5. Okay, and the last one is 7. So 7 plus 0, 7. But 7 plus 1, 8, divided by 8, remainder is 0. 7 plus 2, 9, divided by 8, remainder is 1. 7 plus 3, 10, divided by 8, remainder 2. 7 plus 4, 11, divided by 8, remainder is 3. 7 plus 5, 12, divided by 8, remainder is 4. 7 plus 6, 13, divided by 8, remainder is 5. And 7 plus 7, 14, divided by 8, remainder is 6. Okay, so you see here very carefully, this table, all the elements is less than addition modulo 8. Okay, see carefully, you check here all the elements less than 8 because of all these elements are the remainder. Got it? So, first with this type of the question, if we are given in this type of the question, addition modulo or the multiplication modulo, so first you mark the table because of with the help of table, you find out very easily the closure property, the associativity, the identity, the inverse and the commutative property. Okay, so let's start. Our first property is the closure property. So first one is the closure property. Okay, so closure property, that means what? The closure property is that if A and B, A comma B belongs to G. For example, any two elements belongs to G. So A plus B always less than the addition modulo 8. Less than 8. So you write here the that number. But in case A plus B greater than equal to 8. Okay, then you find out, firstly you add both the numbers and divide it by the 8 and always you remainder, you write here the remainder. Okay, so all the elements, see here, all the remainders are less than 8, then this satisfy the closure property. Okay, next one is the associative property. Okay, so associative property, that means what? Associative property, that means we find out the three elements. So for example, we consider here 2 plus modulo 3 plus 4. Okay, and for example here we write this. This is the associative property. Okay, and here we write the 2 plus 8, 3 plus 8, 4. Okay, in case LHS and RHS are equal, then we can start that this is satisfy the associative property. So first we find out the LHS. Okay, so LHS, that means what? 2 plus 3, that means 5. So 5 is less than 8. So we write here only the 5 plus 8 and the 4. So what is the answer? 5 plus 4, that means 9. So 9 is greater than 8. So 9 divided by 8. So remainder is what? This is the remainder. Don't be confused here. Okay. Next one is we find the RHS. So RHS is equal to what? 2 plus 8, 3 plus 8, 4. Okay. So first we write here 3 plus 4, that means 7. So 7 is less than 8, so we write here directly the 7. Okay, so 2 plus 7 equal to 9 and 9 is greater than 8. That means we divided 9 by 8. So remainder is what? Remainder is 1. Don't be confused here. This is we write the remainder. Okay, so LHS and RHS both are equal. LHS is equal to RHS. So this is satisfy the associative property. Got it? Next one is the identity property. Third one is the identity property. So what is the process for identity property? So identity property, that means what? If we use the one element and operate the identity element, so we get the number itself. So here we can say that this is the existence of identity. Okay, the word in sentence is the existence of identity and existence of the inverse. Okay, so here existence of identity. So we have already seen in the first and the second lecture. So with the help of a plus operator, the 0 is the identity element, and with the multiplication operator 1 is the identity element. So here we write for all A belongs to G, then there exists 0 belongs to G. That means A plus 0 modulo 8 is equal to what? We get the 8. Okay, so this is the identity property. Next one is the inverse property. So inverse property, that means what? Inverse property, that means if you consider a one element and its inverse, so if you operate these both the elements, so we get the identity element. That means, for example, if we consider the A element, A belongs to G, so there exists one element, B belongs to G, is depend on A multi addition modulo A to B is equal to identity element. We already seen in the previous lectures, always your addition element, that means your identity element, you always write in the inverse property in the right hand side. Okay, so inverse property, that means what? The one there is some trick, or you can say that this is a very important logic. You see here according to your table. Okay, according to your table, you get here this question is depends on the addition modulo. So you check here in every row in the 0 element. Okay, so here 0 element, so the inverse of 0 is 0. You check here the 0 element, so inverse of 1 is equal to 7. You check here the 0 element, the inverse of 2 is equal to 6. So in every row, you find out here the 0 element, and this is very important point for finding the inverse property. So next property is the existence of the inverse. So existence of the inverse, for all A belongs to G, there exists B belongs to G. That means here A addition modulo 8 B is equal to 0, because of here the existence of identity is 0. So here 0 is equal to B addition modulo 8 A. That means what? Here the inverse of 0. So this is very easy process for finding the inverse of the every element. So you see here in every row the 0 element. So inverse of 0 is equal to 0. Okay, inverse of 1 is equal to 7. So we write here the inverse of 1 is 7. Next one is the inverse of 2. So inverse of 2 is equal to what? 6. So we write here 6. Inverse of 3 is what? So inverse of 3 is equal to 5. So we write here 5. Inverse of 4 is what? So inverse of 4 is 4. So we write here 4. Inverse of 5 is what? So you check here the row. The inverse of 5 is 3. Inverse of 6 is what? So inverse of 6 is 2. So we write here 2. And the inverse of 7 is what? So inverse of 7 is 1. Okay. In case you check here, this inverse you write here correct or wrong. So you check here the 1 and 7. So this is the addition modulo 8. So 1 plus 7, 8 divided by 8. So we get 0. 2 plus 6, 8 divided by 8. So remainder 0. 3 plus 5, 8 divided by 8. Remainder 0. 4 plus 4, 8 divided by 8. Remainder 0. 5 plus 3, 8 divided by 8. Remainder 0. 6 plus 2, 8 divided by 8, remainder is 0, and 7 plus 1, 8 divided by 8, remainder is 0. Okay, so with the help of this table, we find out very easily for the identity and the existence of the inverse. Okay, so if we find out all four properties, then we can say that G addition modulo 8 is a group. Okay, but according to our question, we find out this is an abelian group. So what is the fifth property? Fifth property is the commutative property. Commutative property. Okay, so what is a commutative property? Commutative property is A plus addition modulo A to B is equal to what? B plus addition modulo H A. That means in case we write here 3 plus addition modulo 8 4 is equal to 4 plus addition modulo 8 3. Okay, if both the values are same, then we can say that this is satisfied the commutative property. Okay, so 3 plus 4, 7. So 7 is less than 8. So answer is what? 7. Okay, 4 plus 3, 7. So 7 is less than 8. So answer is what? 7. That means 7 equal to 7. That means this satisfies the commutative property. Okay, so with the help of all these 5 properties, we can say that G plus 8 is an abelian group. Okay.